Hey, welcome to the next in our segment here. We're doing a flight with the Lancair out of Aspen, Colorado, and we're going down to this airport, 06 Colorado, 5,100 feet with a 4,500 foot runway. We got to go through this frontal area here. We're going to be heading at about a 160 heading. We have already written down our VOR here, an alternate VOR here, and an NDB over here. So we're just going to be sliding down across this way, mostly in descending territory. And apparently there's some moderate rain over here, and we do not have an ILS system over there, so when we get over there we'll have to determine if we can make that airport or not, or whether we may have to go to one of the alternatives that's out in the clear. So what I'm going to do in this video is try to put as much information in there as I can to show what I have learned, and by having a notebook and writing down all the frequencies, we can proceed. Now, first of all, we can use an air traffic control window here. And we can ask for some information. Aspen ground here, okay. Request taxi to depart. We're going to be heading out toward the south. Okay, runway 15. Okay, now I'm kind of my own air traffic control here. Okay, get the clearance. Now I'm speeding up. Normally we don't do those things, of course. But I'm going down the runway here at 150 at 60 knots. And a crosswind coming off from my right here. Okay, now we're going to take off and get up to a good cruising altitude. Now, I was certain on a day like today that I could get this plane off the ground in that short runway, but that's not the way to do things. So we determined that we're going to go off on a heading about 160, and then after we go through some mountains here, after we get some clearance here. Now the idea in mountains like this is just take it easy and take advantage of valleys where you have lots of clearance beneath you. This aircraft has a good ceiling here, and we're now at 9,000 feet. Here. We're going to tune into our 111.2, and we get a reading here of 55 nautical miles. So going about 190 knots, 5 by 50 is about 15 minutes worth of flight. So what we'll do is we'll set the simulation right up here to 2, tune in the nearest airport. And where are we going here? MOD Ranch. That's too far. Now 48 nautical miles to our VOR. But we're going to fly into a small airport before we get there. So I figure maybe 30 nautical miles. And we're currently doing 200 nautical knots. At 15,000 feet. So we got to come down about 10,000 feet. And we got a slippery airplane. So that thing dives. Back down totally on the power. Check our GPS. Okay. We're up in the yellow, so we've been really descending quickly here. We want to get down to at least 10,000 feet. Our field elevation. The weather has cleared up dramatically. When we checked the weather on the way in, it wasn't so good, but we managed. That's the grass field, 4,500 feet, so is that it? No. No way. Here. Whoa. Applied full power. I retracted some flaps. Get the heck out of there. Okay, now I'm going to do a steep rise. Really tricky kind of maneuver. Put the flaps back down. Do some correction maneuvers here. Got some good float going on. Try to just get on the runway. Oh, got a lot of float going on. Whoa. Now, I don't want to topple over. So just let it coast for a bit. Put the brakes on slowly. As long as I got to have enough speed.